Melchett has done enough to win the last round of the championship and to win the title all in one fell swoop.
It's a great boring car championship. Things are never chilled here. Honestly, the cars may be a bit dull, but wow, the racing certainly isn't.
Fastest lap of the race now, Ben Lambert.
Look at Andy Fox coming through the middle. He makes a little bit of contact. Dave Waldock is around and he's off on the grass.
Rayfield tries to go right round the outside of Druids. You do not do that and get away with it very often.
Takes the win in round 12. There's contact again. Fraser Smith and Dennis Melchett are off the circuit.
Hello everybody, welcome to Chaz Draycott Media and welcome to the random team draw for the British Boring Car Championship's fourth and final season. It is going to be the last one unfortunately, but what a great few seasons we've had already with these fantastic cars. We've got a great list of drivers, or a wheel of drivers in front of us. We're using Wheel of Names, which is a great way to sort of pick these random things here. I've coloured a wheel for not just the drivers, but also the cars as well. There we go, it loaded in the end. Basically what we're going to be doing is picking the drivers first. For any of those of you that haven't done this before, we pick a driver and then we pick a car. Not all of the cars are on here though, as you can see, because we don't have either of the Team Jane Fonda Hondas. We also have neither of the Nodaphone machines, which are the Nissan Primeras as such. We don't have any of them in it because the drivers from those teams have... Oh. Double voice? Why double voice? There we go. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Thank you very much for alerting me to that, because my camera was picking up audio as well. You piece of... Yeah. Sorry. My bad. I'm just going to move all the chat and stuff around, actually. I had this planned earlier, but yeah. I'm so sorry about that. Hello. Hello. Welcome to, this. So, it's going to be a driver and then a car. The Nodaphone cars are not here because both the drivers from that have said they're going to stick with that team. Team Jane Fonda doing the same as well. As far as I remember, it was very close between those teams last time as well. So I'm intrigued to see what comes of that. But yeah, we should be all right. I'm so sorry again about that echo. I feel like a right idiot now. I should be a professional, but it was right at the bottom of my little audio thingies. So yeah. We've got a fantastic list. We've got Stuart Clark, Patrick Dopart, Andy Fox, Aaron Smith, Eric Mannenfeld, Jean-Baptiste Maceda, Morgan Burkhardt, Duncan Murray, Ben Bennyworth, Jack Wells, Jake Cranstone, Taylor Adams, Donny Alpha Henriksen, James Holman, Togo Hisada, Naveed Hussein and Ferran Grau. And we do not have reigning champion Henry Morse here to defend his title this season. Jake Cranstone was runner-up in Season 3. And yeah, look at that huge name standing out, Andy Fox, of course. Very limited letters in your name, into Sunshine, but not limited talent, eh? Not limited talent. We've got a great calendar ahead of us for this season as well. It's going to be really, really exciting. We have a vote for one of the circuits as well. The drivers get to vote between going to either Knockhill or Thruxton. I think we all know which way that's going to go. Thruxton being one of the newest circuits on iRacing. We start at Donington Park National a week from today. We then go to Silverstone for rounds 3 and 4, but it's the old Silverstone 2008, because that was the layout of the circuit they used in the late 90s for the British Touring Car Championship. We then go to Brands Hatch for the Grand Prix circuit, rounds 5 and 6. Then we've got a week off. We then come back to Snetterton, the 300 layout. That's going to be a busy night. Then it's either Knockhill or Thruxton for rounds 9 and 10. Alton Park Island circuit towards the middle of August. Then a week off. Then we come back for Brands Hatch Indy, Donington Park Grand Prix, and then Silverstone 2008 on the international layout once again. And no night race or anything there. It's going to be sort of sunset settings. It's going to be lovely. And yeah, there's not many changes to the rules or anything. It's 2 races once again. A 20-minute race, then a 25-minute race. Qualifying is 15 minutes. The reverse grid is 10 in the second race of the night. And you score points all the way down to 15th, but not many points at all. It's 20, 15, 13, and then it's 12 all the way down to 1. from 4th down. So the only positions that really gain you any major points are 2nd and 1st. But 1st place gets 5 points more than 2nd. So it's going to be busy. It's going to be busy. There is a mediocre cup for independents as well, with some of these cars on the screen, with the white and red DC Buck livery and stuff. We've got the arena sort of gradient grey things, the Matt Neal Nissans. What else? Oh yeah, the dark blue, the very dark blue Mark Blair Vectra as such is also a what's it called? Privateer. So there's a mediocre cup for independents. They've got their own point system as well. We'll sort that. There's new moves in terms of the stewarding as well. Obviously there's going to be penalties and things, but all the race replays will be looked at for penalties and stuff this season. So yeah, it should be a good championship. It should be a great way to see out this wonderful league that we've been doing for a few seasons now. And I'm almost sad to say goodbye to it, but I think it's one of those things where quit while you're ahead. I think we don't want to bang the drum too much. Sam Van Olst, yes, that is Morgan Burkhardt from IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge. I think you knew that, but you were egging that on and promoting that. But yeah. Are we ready then? Are we ready? Are we going to pick our first driver of the night? All I've got to do is click the little wheel. We'll do it on the drop of the song, yeah? Here we go. We'll go for the first driver then. I've got a list of them all on my left-hand side now. 21 drivers in this championship so far for this season. And I've also realised as well... Oh yeah, the drivers... Yeah, okay. Stuart Clark is the first driver. I was going to say the drivers that... Sam Van Olst, John Bailiff, they shouldn't be on there, should they? No. So we've got Stephen Burns, Sam Van Olst, John Bailiff and Kyle Ridley as well as the drivers that you see on here. But they're obviously not being... used on these because their cars are already picked. So Stuart Clark, the first driver to be chosen. Let's see what car Stuart is going to have for this season. See what it comes out as. It's looking like a dodgy MOT Ford. Is Stuart going to be in the mediocre cup for independence? He's not. Stuart gets a dodgy MOT Ford. Let me just wipe that down on here. Dodgy MOT. There you go. The Ford Mondeo is yours, Mr. Clark. It is all yours, mate. A team that hasn't had much luck in previous seasons, actually. I think in the first 2 seasons we did, they finished bottom of the team's championship both times. Maybe. No, I think seasons 2 and 3 they didn't have a great time. Let's pick the next driver then. See who is next up on the list. It's looking like a Morgan Burkhardt for me, that is. And it just is Morgan Burkhardt, one of the drivers to watch for this season. Let's see what car he ends up in for Season 4 of the British Boring Car Championship. A big shout out to the sponsors as well. You can see them just over there. Thanks very much to Orris Digital. Thank you very much to Derbyshire Holiday Homes. And he's in the Independence. Morgan Burkhardt is in the Independence Championship. Wow. So, can you all beat that? Ooh, that is going to be difficult. So I'm going to just sort this out on here. Bear with me 1 second while I just put Morgan's name in. And make sure that he is written down in there. Cool. Okay. Now, one of the interesting things about this, on top of the usual fact that we pick these at random and it mixes up the grid, is going to be the fact that we don't use all the cars. So, because we don't have 24 entrants, we're not going to get all of these cars in this wheel used. There will be some that are rarer than others. We might get to the point where there's an entire team missing from the grid. We'll have to wait and see. There is going to be a teams championship, though, so that could be still quite important for that. Next up then, after Morgan Burkhardt, is that Eric Manintveld. It's looking like it. Oh, it just ticks over. Eric Manintveld next up. He's been racing in the Sim Racing Magazine GT4 Challenge and been having a good old time there in his little Porsche with his teammate John Bailiff over in that championship for Win It or Bin It Racing. Is he also going to be in the Independents? He is as well. He and Morgan Burkhardt. Now, that doesn't mean they're teammates. That does not mean they are teammates. So, let me pop that on here then for Eric Manintveld. Eric grabs himself a spot in the Mediocre Cup for Independence alongside Morgan Burkhardt. And both of those machines have gone. Can we win a fridge here as well? Not quite, unfortunately. You can win a speedboat, though, if you want. We'll move on to the next one. So, 2 independents already chosen. Yeah, well, it's funny, actually, because on just over to the right of the wheel, as Naveed Hussein is the next one up, you can actually choose the weight of some of these names, so I think it slows down past a certain point. It's really weird how it works, but yeah, it's telling me the chances of what it is. It's 7% for each of the names now, 8% for all of them. So, Naveed, next up on the list. Naveed has raced in TCR and touring car leagues that I've broadcasted and worked on before. Is that another independent? It is. It's the Arena Motorsport livery for Naveed Hussain. Wow. Flipping heck. Another independent. Let me just get this written down, just so I know. The good thing about this is I'm doing this as soon as I can now, because literally in the morning I'm flying to America to be out there for 5 days. I return the day before the championship gets started, so I need to be able to do that prep when I get a bit of downtime in the hotel while I'm away. It's not a full-blown holiday or anything. I'm going to be working at the Flight Sim Expo, but yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing to go out there. But this will be something I'm still working on while I'm there. Donny Alpha Henriksen next up. He's raced in the Chaz Draycott Media European Touring Car Championship before. I think it was Mirage Sport that he raced for. Red and black livery. Is he going to get a red livery this time round? We've had 3 independents. And is he going to be teammates with Stuart Clark in Team Dodgy MOT? He is. There you go. Absolutely banging stuff. So, Dodgy MOT have a full team lineup. Donny Alpha Henriksen, the next one for Dodgy MOT. We'll remove that. It's suddenly a lot less yellow in there, isn't it now, on this list of drivers and cars? Let's see. Duncan Murray next up. Am I saying that right, Duncan? If you hear or watch this, please let me know if I'm saying that right. Or is it Marais? Hopefully no one steals your rice. But yeah, Duncan Murray, I think is the way we should say it. Let's see what Duncan ends up with, shall we? That's looking like a might just fit Vauxhall. It is the might just fit Vauxhall for Duncan Murray. Let me just note that down. Cool. So the first of the Vauxhalls goes. I really like that livery. It looks really, really good on anything. It's an absolute classic of a touring car livery. There's still one of Jason Plato's 2000 BTCC cars knocking about. Aaron Smith. Aaron is one of the finest oval racers I've ever seen on iRacing. He's incredible. He's always good in yellow cars. Everything he races is absolutely bright yellow. But Aaron is rapid on the oval circuit in iRacing. He's an absolute star. Lovely guy. Runs with the lowest graphics settings I've ever seen in my life. Is he going to be in a gold Peugeot? Yes, he is. So, wow, it's the Team Bordeaux Peugeot for Aaron Smith. A team that has always had drivers that have been close to taking the title since we introduced it in Season 2 onwards. So Bordeaux have a strong driver in Aaron Smith there. Just be careful of his ping. Next up, Togo Hisada, Japanese driver. Great to have such a mix of nationalities on the grid. Togo can't make the first few rounds of the championship though, but fair play to him, he very responsibly messaged to ask if that was alright, if he still signed up. I just basically said, you know, if the grid fills up completely with other drivers that can definitely make every round, then, you know, feel free to sign up, but you will sort of be classed as a reserve until you can make those rounds. Togo will be with us full-time in the championship, barring those first 3 rounds, and it's another independent drive. Is it the Arena machine? It is indeed. So, Togo Hisada in the Independence Championship. I suppose that works out quite nicely for the Teams Championship, because it means that he won't be costing any teams points by not making the first few rounds. What have we still got 2 of? Team Red Ring, both the Audis. We've got both of the Volvos, both the Mark Blair Vectras, both of the Matt Neal cars as well, and both of the Team Netcode Lagunas as such. In terms of the drivers we've got left, Ben Bennyworth, Jack Wells, Jake Cranstone, Taylor Adams, James Holman next up. James, real-life Legends racer. Knows what he's doing behind the wheel. Watch out for James making waves. What car will he get? It's going to be a Volvo or a Red Ring. It's going to be the Audi for James Holman. There you go. Team Red Ring. Teams champions in Season 2. My brother raced in Season 2 and won the Teams Championship and the Drivers' Championship with his good mate Josh Rayfield. That team definitely has pedigree. Let's have a look what else we've got left then. Taylor Adams, Ferran Grau, Patrick Dopart, he was great last season. Andy Fox as well, Jean-Baptiste Maceda. We've got Ben Bennyworth as well, Jack Wells, Jake Cranstone. Jake, runner-up last season, an important one. He actually broke the entry form by calling the silver car that he signed up in a, let's call it a shed box. Ben Bennyworth next up, another driver that raced in the Chaz Draycott Media European Touring Car Championship a few seasons ago. And Ben will be... Whoa, God, my eyes went funny on that then. Ben will be driving a Team Netcode machine. Ben will be in the green machine. Fantastic to see. Team netcode, obviously instead of the Nescafe Lagunas. Great looking machine that is. I've got to work on the spec map of that actually. The spec maps have changed slightly since last time, and it's got a really weird effect on it at the moment, so fingers crossed we can get that to work. Just 7 drivers left to go. Andy Fox, your massive name in there, mate, is still going, and it's going to be missed once again. JB Masida. Next up on the list then. What car will he end up with? There are still 10 cars to be able to get. Both the Mark Blair Vectras are on there. There's 4 chances to be in the Independents Championship there. We've got 4 Independents at the moment. And it's looking like another Independent. There is the 5th of them. Wow. So it's the Mark Blair machine for JB Masida. And it works out quite nicely for the Independents because obviously you've got no teammates to worry about and obviously stay away from and avoid contact with. You can just crack on and hit everyone. Still, 6 drivers left to go. Yeah, that's exactly it, Andy. That's exactly it, mate. It used to be basically 100% on the blue, didn't it? But now it's got to be 12 because that's always full glossy coat or something. Patrick Dopart, I think he finished 3rd in the championship in Season 3. So Patrick is definitely one to watch. See what he can make of this. So last time Patrick was in the Team Bordeaux car. We've not had anybody ending up in the same cars as last time from what I know. Patrick Dopart and Andy Fox, the only 2 other than Jake Cranston that were here last season. That's interesting. Patrick Dopart ends up in the Ericsson Hitters Volvo. Lovely looking machine. Dennis Melchett was the first champion of the series in that livery many seasons ago. Made a fantastic run for it. 5 drivers to go. Andy Fox and Jake Cranstone, drivers from last season. Taylor Adams, literally last night, just won the Sim Racing Magazine GT4 Challenge by 1 single point. There you go, Andy. Your name isn't so massive anymore, mate, but the area in which it resides is. So, Andy Fox. Which one do you want, Andy? Which one do you want? Previously, Andy was in this machine. You can't see my mouse, can you? He was in the red and white Vauxhall at the top, in the Might Just Fit team. I feel like Andy might end up teammates with Patrick Dopart here in the silver and blue Volvo. Which one do you want, though, Andy? Let us know. Just type faster. I know there's a bit of a delay anyway. He wants Matt Neal, okay. So you've got 2 options here, or 2 chances. Ooh, it's going to be Bordeaux. It is Team Bordeaux. Andy Fox, teammates with Aaron Smith, though. That's a strong lineup. Very, very strong lineup there. So you're going to be in the Peugeot, so you're going to have an egg gasket failure. Jack Wells, Jake Cranstone, Taylor Adams, Farron Grau. The next drivers on the list. Is that Jack Wells? Yes. Ooh, it's close. No, it's Jack Wells of Beast Racing. Ex-teammate of mine is Jack. Great to have him back in one of my leagues and in the championship. Let's see what Jack ends up with here. Is it the dark blue Mark Blair car to match the Beast Racing machines? It's not. It's going to be... Oh, that was close. Very close to not being Team Red Ring, but he will be teammates with James Holman. James Holman and Jack Wells is a very strong lineup as well, actually. Very formidable there. So we've got 2 Matt Neal Nissans left. We've got Mark Blair's Vectra. We've then got a Team Netcode, a Might Just Fit, and one of the Volvos. So a 50-50 chance here of ending up in the Mediocre Cup for Independents. Jake Cranstone won the Mediocre Cup for Independents last season, and now we're going to find out whether he ends up back in it to retain that title and defend it, or whether he's going to be put in a completely different team and be in the rest of the pack. Let's see. It'd be funny if he ends up with the Matt Neal, and he might. Oh no, it looks like he's going to be in the Vauxhall. So Jake Cranstone teams up with Duncan Murray and the Might Just Fit machines. Again, another strong lineup. It's going to be very fierce this season. Very, very fierce. So 50-50 now between Taylor Adams and Farron Grau. It'd be quite ironic if Taylor ends up being the last one to get picked after winning the GT4 Challenge yesterday, and that's going to be the case, actually. Farron Grau says he's going to get his entry in this week. Farron will now have his car chosen for him. Let's see. Is it going to be independent? It looks like it. It's going to be the Matt Neal independent. I'm glad that basically means that there are no cars missing from the grid this season. That's really cool to see. Ferran Grau will be in the Independence Matt Neal Team Dynamics machine. Not got a car number for Ferran at the moment, so we'll find out on that. But we have at least 6 independents, 2 of them in the DC book, the white and orange car, 2 Arena Motorsports Gradient cars, then a Mark Blair and a Matt Neal car. So, yeah. So, Taylor Adams, I don't think he's here. Not seen him in chat or anything yet. So, Taylor, we'll give him the honorary spin. We'll spin it for the sake of it. Why not? Oh, it'd be nice if it lands pretty flat. Maybe not. Still, Taylor Adams is the final driver to be removed from the list, and there we go. The wheel is gone. So, let's see, shall we? What do you all think? I think Taylor's going to end up in that Volvo at the top. Silver and blue Volvo. We'll see. No, I'm wrong. Very much away from that. Taylor's going to be in the Independence Championship in the Mark Blair machine. There you are. There you go, Taylor. So the Mark Blair Vectra is yours. Wow. So that's a very strong Independence Championship. So we have 6 of them. 3 cars that we will not get on the grid. Well, we won't get 2 of on the grid. Will be the Matt Neal Nissan, the red machine, the silver and blue Volvo, and the Team Netcode car as well. It's a massive shame to not see the Team Netcode machine out there. I may allow drivers to change from that if they're in the Independence Championship, but I don't know yet. Don't take my word for that. Still, the list is as follows then. Obviously, no wheel there to look at anymore. So we've got Stephen Burns and Kyle Ridley in Team Jane Fonda. Dodgy MOT is made up of Stuart Clark and Donny Alpha Henriksen. Team Nodaphone is Sam Van Alsten, John Bailiff. Ericsson Hit Us is going to be just Patrick Dopart. Team Bordeaux is going to be Andy Fox and Aaron Smith. We then have the DC Book Independents of Eric Manintveld and Morgan Burkhardt, JB Masida and Taylor Adams and Mark Blair Independents. Arena Independents, Togo Hisada and Naveed Hussein. Ferran Grau in the Matt Neal Independent car. Might Just Fit is Duncan Murray and Jake Cranstone. Team Red Ring is going to be Jack Wells and James Holman. And that is the lot, I believe. Ben Bennyworth in the Team Netcode car is the final one. So, it's going to be a spicy season, everybody. It's going to be a very, very spicy season. Really looking forward to it. Anything that anybody wants to say before we go? It's going to be, like I say, very, very short stream, this one, just to get everything cleared up and done. We'll now obviously get a spotter's guide and stuff together using the wonderful images of these little cars. And yeah, hopefully, if you're all in the Discord, obviously keep your eye on the Discord server for any future announcements. And, well, I look forward to having you all in the championship. I hope that it's going to be another fantastic season and a great way to round it all out. I'm going to say goodbye for now, though. Thank you very much for watching, is all I can say. And, yeah, I'll see you in a week, everybody, when we go for the first round at track I can't remember the name of. Is it Donington? Pretty sure we start at Donington, don't we? Yes, Donington Park National. Imagine if I was good at my job. Or speaking English. Right, have a good night, everyone. I'll see you soon. Well, there is supposed to be a video playing here at this point, but for some reason, it's not. Bear with me. It's not playing for some reason. Give me a second. There we go. Enjoy it.
Win the last round of the championship and to win the title all in one fell swoop.
It's a very boring car championship. Things are never chilled here. Honestly, the cars may be a bit dull, but wow, the racing certainly isn't.
Fastest lap of the race now, Ben Lambert.
Look at Andy Fox coming through the middle. He makes a little bit of contact. Dave Waldock is around and he's off on the grass.
Brayfield tries to go right round the outside of Druids. You do not do that and get away with it very often.
Takes the win in round 12. There's contact again. Fraser Smith and Dennis Melchett are off the circuit.